Gonna try to make a skinner out of AEB/L without cryo treating. Never did AEB/L without doing a cryo treat, so this will be interesting. I heard a lot of guys just using their house freezers, and that's what I'm gonna try. You know, the house freezer. Maker's mark. Come down on the press a little bit. Squish in there. Maybe adjust it a little bit. Just to make sure you're getting the front and the back. You can feel it mash in there. Maker's mark. Cool. Gotta get that knife a little warm. That way that clay will stick to it. This is AEB/L, so it's a stainless. You don't want it to scale up too bad on you. Gotta put this anti-scale on here. I got it from Pop's Knife Supply. Stuff right here. No scale. Pop's Knife Supply. Just cake it on. You're gonna have to do a couple layers. Get the handles. Get it all, man. It's a thin blade. Scale going too deep could actually ruin this knife. So okay, here's my buddy. Now, I know this is controversial, but I'm gonna quench it in Parks 50. I'm gonna equalize it at 1500 degrees. I'll hold it at 1500 degrees for a little while, a little soak, and then I'm going to quench it. Then I'm going to put it back in there when the forge is already up to temperature at 1975 degrees. And I'm going to hold it for 5 minutes. Then I'll quench it again. Parks 50. It's a very fast, aggressive quench. for stainless, and I don't have plates. I don't have a heat treat oven. I have a propane forge, and I have Parks 50, and that's what I'm going to use. And I've done it this way before, and I know that a lot of people say you can't, but you can with this stuff. It will harden. The only thing I'm doing different right now that I haven't done before is not cryo treat. I've always cryo treated it. Ain't that right, bud? But I'm going to try it with just my home, just the freezer. Just the house freezer. And if I get in the high 50s HRC, I'm perfectly fine with that. That's going to be plenty good enough for a Skinner. Alrighty. Okay, we're going to equalize it. Got Mr. Parks 50 about 70, 80 degrees. Let that thing keep climbing. Still got a ways to go. This is just, we're just going to equalize it right now. Let it cool off. Put some more anti-scale on it. And then 5 minutes. Then we'll put it back in there for 5 minutes at 1,975 degrees. Just a quick touch up. Nice. Well, it's nice and warm. Put it on thin this time. Don't want it all caked up. It's only going to be in there 5 minutes. And if it was a little thicker steel, I'd leave it for 10, but this is thin. So, good enough. Bam. Okay. Let her dry. Put it back in there once that thing gets up to the proper temperature. Okay, go for the quench. Damn. That is just crazy. Woo! Man. We're talking major heat. 1,975 degrees in a propane forge is no joke. Put it in the vise over here, make sure it's straight. I'll let it cool off just like that. All right. My God. Ooh. Now, all that anti-scale. Now remember, this is stainless. It's got some scale on it. It's going to have little scale, but, we won't know until I clean it. But it's dark, so it does have some scale. We will see how much. Okay, so I just took some sandpaper and wiped some of it off, but there's no deep scale. The edge looks really nice. It's reading hard right out of the oil. It's reading hard. So I'm going to put it in my freezer. And, boom. Propane forge, no scale. And it's hard, fresh out of Parks 50. So now, going into the freezer. Okay, this is fresh out of the freezer. It's hard, man. Hear that? Okay. It definitely went up a point or two. I had it in the freezer about 2 or 3 hours. Well, it's time to temper it. I like to wrap it in here in the tin foil. Knife Sharpening Norway gave me this tip. It's a good one too. Man, is it a good one. Keeps the temperature, if you put a couple layers on it, it doesn't bounce up and down so much, you know. Temperatures bounce up and down a lot in these toaster ovens. Well, this keeps it kind of consistent. You know, seal the edge. Bada boom, bada bing, man. Done. Little thing. Get one of these for $10. It's still a little hot in the hands, but it's got a nice color gold. Well, it's not gold, but it's like a strawy color. Listen at it. No cryo treat. This is a new chainsaw file. No, it won't even scratch it. All right. Let's come over here. And what we have is a drill press. Won't even scratch it. Made a mark on the scale, but it ain't gonna drill through it, that's for sure. All right, cobalt drill bit, chainsaw file, no cryo treat, AEB/L. I'm gonna guess this thing is about. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say 60 HRC, 59, at least high 50s. I mean, a Mora will get scratched with a chainsaw file, and they're about 58. This won't even scratch. So it's a little harder than a Mora. So I'm going to say 60. 59 to 60. All right, let the grinding begin. Before we meet these edges together, I'm going to make sure there's no scratches. I don't want these edges marrying if there's a bunch of deep scratches and, you know, nice clean start. Oh, stainless. How you gum up all my belts? Gummy steel. Gummy! That's what we want. I did all the work on a 36 grit belt. If you know me, I like these gator belts. Clean this stuff right up. They get right in there on the plunge line. These are also great for sharpening. I don't use them to sharpen. I just use these belts to marry the edge. I don't try to get a burr. And I use the Norton coarse crystalline combination stone to get the burr. And then I'll fit. Well, this one I might put this one on the Arkansas stone too. And then get rid of the burr on that paper wheel. Sharpening has gone from, I don't know, an hour down to 5 minutes. Okay, buffer time. I'll be here for a while. Get all these scratches out. I like to go opposite directions, just like hand sanding. And that's the game changer. You know, it's quick. It's already starting. Okay, this is in real time too. This is fresh off the gator belt. It's not sharp, never been sharpened. This is the first. This is it. See how long it takes to get a burr. Got a little burr down here already. I'll work on this front part. Got a burr in the front, got a burr in the back. Just need one in the middle now. It's just that fast. Okay, we got a decent little burr there. I'm going to switch it to the other side. Burr. Definitely got a damn good burr in the front. Now keep in mind this is the fine side of the stone. The edges are already married together. I use the gator belt for that. So all right. Got a burr. I've established a burr on both sides. Kinda just trying to get it in the middle. Alright, there's definitely a burr on this knife, but the burr is somewhat in the middle. There. Okay. So that was real time there. Got a a primary edge on it already. And that's up a $20 stone there. Look at that. That wasn't there just a minute ago. So, okay. Okay, that's directly off the Norton Quartz crystalline, going right to this paper wheel. I'm use White Rouge. Time to fix that. Yeah, the damn grinder almost fell off. Bam! Put some Loctite on it next time, huh? Crazy. Okay, let's try that again. White Rouge. Much better. Alright. Just trying to get rid of the bird. This thing does pretty good. About that. That's all it takes with that paper wheel. You got rid of the bird that quick. Well, you didn't, I did. Now, instead of using a piece of leather, oops, accidentally hit the stop button. But use the buffing wheel instead. Now you're not honing on a piece of leather. And I heard AEB-L rolls real easy with the buffing. I don't know if it's true or not, but real gentle. Okay. Okay. Theoretically, you should have a sharp edge. Let's see. Urgh. Ooh. She's sharp. Just like that. Nasty sharp. And that's what I like about AEB-L. I wish you guys didn't name it such a stupid name though, man. All these AEB, I can't even say it on my phone. My phone doesn't recognize it. Always comes up something different. I gotta type it in every time. Okay, we got some paper. Nice and sharp. Push cut. Yeah. I don't know if that's how they, but yeah, it's pretty sharp. I'm gonna do a little rope test just to see edge retention. I had, well, it's backwards now. Okay, it had 395 cuts, but there wasn't even a shiny spot on it. Can't even, I mean, there's no shiny spot on the edge. There's no signs of this thing going dull. Uh, you know, it's oily right now, but yeah, I could have probably went a lot farther. I was going to stop as soon as it hung up on the paper, but it never did hang up on the paper. It just diced right through it. No cryo treat. And I've made a lot of stuff out of AEB/L, and I always did dry ice. But right now, I think with the pandemic and this vaccine they got, it's hard to get dry ice right now. So I wanted to try it, and man, I'm thinking it's around 60 hardness, and it's got decent edge retention. I mean, shit, man, you know, it did better than 80 CRV2. It did twice as good without a cryo treat. So I don't know, man, and I think I'm getting full performance almost out of 80 CRV2. I'm pretty damn close, you know. But this shit here, man, I mean, yeah, it did really good without a cryo treat, which is good news. So something like this would be easy to sharpen in the field, and at the same time, you got decent edge retention, and with this low of a hard, it's not like it's a 60 probably at least. It's gonna be fairly tough. So cool. Love that sound.